All right. Listen, first and foremost, praise the Most High for both of you sisters. Thank you so much. This has been long,
way overdue.
Overdue. Honestly, this is something that should have happened months and months and months ago. I just want to say, firstly, thank you for your patience.
Absolutely.
With us here at Truth Music Radio. This is the segment we like to call the Psalms Hub, okay? And you lot are actually our first interview for this, so thank you.
All right.
What do you call it? The pilot?
Yeah, I guess so.
There you go. So this is the pilot.
Tested it.
So this is perfect. Thank you, guys. You lot are the perfect ones to do this pilot for us.
Absolutely.
So all praises be unto the Most High. There's a few things we need to get through, okay? I don't want to take my time with this. I don't want to rush it, okay? Because you, you two are not just artists that just, okay, oh, you know, we just got pen and paper, decided to write. You two take your time with this. This is not just rushed work. This is very thought out. There's a process I can tell that you both go through when you're doing your music. So before we even get to Sistar, let's get the background check. Let's take it back. Okay,
how did we get here? How did we get here?
Yes, how did we get here?
You want to know? Right?
So first and foremost, let me just line up my stuff properly, all right? So the intro, Lala Music.
Yes.
Zemira Israel. Right, you two, if I'll be honest, like, I don't know if I can do this as a comparison. Let me just do it anyway. You lot are like the Whitney and the Mariah of Truth Music.
Do you know what I was going to say? You know, like they have the grandfathers of something. Maybe we could call them, I don't want to say grandmothers because it makes you sound old, but you're not old. But like the beginnings, like the beginnings of Truth Music.
Literally.
It was you guys.
Yes.
You were there.
If you're looking for Truth Music, you lot are the first ones to look for.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You are the godmothers.
Literally.
Of Truth Music.
All praises to the Most High.
So,
all praises.
First and foremost, I'll start with you, Lala. Okay. So, how did you come into the truth?
Oh, yes. So for me, it was back in 2010. My husband and I were living in St. Louis, Missouri. That's where my parents reside. So shout out to the Lou. Yes, and that's in Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri in the United States. But one day my husband was the armor bearer for it was a pretty large church that we attended. Again, it was Sunday church back then. And he went to the pastor with some questions because we started learning about the Shabbat and all that good stuff. And so he went to him with some questions and he said, yes, I know it's this, but we can't teach this here. And so that's when we realized it was time to exit stage left. We thank the Most High because we were truly in search of holiness and just trying to get closer to the Most High. And so that's what landed us here in Texas. We found an Israelite congregation that we started attending at that time called the Israel of God. They're home based in Chicago, but they have locations throughout, the United States and actually in Africa as well. And so that's where it all began for me. I was singing way before that, but I ended up joining the choir and I started writing all the music for the choir. Up until 2018, which is when my husband, who's Pastor Johnny, aka Ra'a Yakanan, started our assembly, which is called the Multitude of Christ Ministry. And so that's when it really took off for me as an independent artist. I'm really excited about the beginnings, humble beginnings that I had and where I am today. So I'm thankful for the paths of left and right turns.
Absolutely.
But we finally are on that straight and narrow now.
Yes.
And I give all praise and glory to the Most High. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I just want to pick up on something. Did you say that you picked up your whole self and you moved to a new state to congregate?
Yes.
Wow, boy, that's dedication right there.
That is dedication.
It is.
That's inspiring.
That one thing about My husband, Ra Ayakana, he does not play with that word. Once he learns something that we should be doing, he is all in.
Yeah, that's how it should
Praise
be.
the Most High for that boy.
Yeah, I love him for that. And so, now we are out here on our property. We have our own location here based on our land. Yeah. And so now we're just trying to grow it grassroots and, spreading the truth in East Texas. So
that's fantastic.
That's it.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Wow. Yes, my sister, Zemira Israel. How did you come into the truth?
Oh man, that was a beautiful testimony, Lala.
Thank you, sis.
Yes, it was 2011. I was going from Christian church to Christian church, just being dedicated in those churches. But of course, there was always an issue with the leadership. I've always seen that pattern. So the first one I was dedicated to, there was issues with the funds between the deacons. The next church I went to, the pastor slept with the first row of all the sisters.
She
said the whole first row. And one, two, three.
Very sad.
It's always a thing in these Christian churches. Oh my word.
Yeah.
Yeah, very sad situation. So I just kind of got fed up with the Most High's people, but also understanding we're all human and we're going to make mistakes. So what I did was I got on my knees and I said, I'm not going to any more of your churches until you show me which church you want me to go to. And so that's when he started waking me up to the Church of Israel. So yeah, he started showing me videos on YouTube of brothers talking about the paganism of holidays. So that's when that whole rabbit hole started. So I said, oh, wow, if the church is not telling me about this one thing and all the lies that come with these pagan holy days, then what else is the church not saying? And what else are they lying about? So that's when I kept researching and stumbled on some brothers teaching the laws of God. So then I got into the laws of God. So yeah, since then, 2011, October, I started repenting, started keeping the Sabbath, threw away all my jeans.
Yes.
Not knowing that I could have kept it, so I could sew them into skirts. I learned that the hard way. But I did that. It's been a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful journey. Just Most High changing me from the inside out, to the point where my own sister, shout out to my baby sister Rebecca, she even said one time she came over to me and my Lord's place when we got married, "You've changed." Like, she saw me ironing his stuff and she came up to me and said, "You've changed."
Wow.
So, that's a beautiful testimony. And I just praise the Most High for continuing to change me and transform me, as a sister, as his daughter. So yeah, and of course I got married to my Lord. Actually, when I first came to the first Israelite church that I started congregating with, he was the very first person I saw, because I got lost going to New York. Just walking around these blocks, I didn't know it, because I'm from New Jersey. Yeah. So I took the train to New York and I got lost trying to find the church, and they sent my Lord to come get me. So that was the very first time I saw my Lord. And since then, I just kept asking him questions about the scriptures, and eventually we just fell in love and got married.
Praise
all praises.
Well, what would you say has been the hardest thing coming into the truth? And obviously now knowing that we've got to walk the straight and narrow path, what's been the hardest thing? I'll start with you, Lala.
Sure. I would say for me, the hardest thing was having to learn how to separate myself sometimes from folks that were not on that path. And these are people that I've known my entire life, just trying to make sure that I'm staying in a fruits of the spirit, positive mindset. So some of my friends didn't understand why I couldn't do certain things on certain days anymore, so it made it really challenging to maintain some of those relationships, just because they were viewing it more as social engagement. And I'm looking at friendships more as sisterhood and growing, you know, in the word and things of that nature. So I would say for me, you know, the most challenging thing was to have to lose some of my brothers and sisters that I dearly, dearly love, but we were just kind of going on two separate paths. So I think that was the most challenging thing for me in this walk.
Okay. Okay. And the same to you, Sister Zamira. What was the hardest challenge, would you say, for this coming to the truth?
Yeah, I would definitely say it's the same thing, and plus the learning how to be a wife, and to be in submission to my Lord, and just all that, repenting and then becoming a wife. It's just definitely what's it called, trouble in the flesh, and just learning yourself as a woman, and then learning yourself as a woman in the truth. So yeah, back to what Lala said. Yeah, you lose friends that you've had for years, and but I have to say that I'm naturally a sweet type of sister, and so when I came into the truth, I got really rough. Yeah, dealing with
Don't you wear those pants?
dealing with a certain congregation I was with. I picked up some bad habits, and so I think I rubbed off on some of my friends and family the wrong way, because the scripture also talks about being respectable, and being able to be around others that don't know the faith, but still respectable. And so what I did, I took accountability, and when I separated myself from the people that I knew was rubbing bad habits on me, I went back to those people and I said, you know what, when I said this in this manner, even though it was the truth, I just want to let you know that the doors are open, and I valued this relationship that I had with you, but this is the way of my life. But the way that I came at you, I just want to apologize in that way. But and so now I can be able to minister to them, and they don't feel like they can't come to me now, for just the rough nature that I might have presented to them. So I'm really blessed to be able to reconnect with those people. And, I look forward to going to see my family in Jersey with my Lord. So it's a beautiful testimony to see that they can see transformation, even though, it may seem I have all the answers, but I don't. I'm still changing as a person, and I'm glad they're able to see that.
Yeah. No, praise the Most High. So something else, the music one.
Okay, so we've got some questions. So let's start with you, my sister Lala. Who was your music inspiration as you were growing up? Who was it? Who was it for you?
Yeah, that's a hard question. hey.
Who got you in that moment?
When I tell you I live, breathe, eat, sleep music, like I think I get on my entire family's nerves in this house, because that's all I do, sing. I make up songs all day long. It's rubbed off on my daughter. I would say my biggest inspirations when I was growing up, I listened to all genres of music. I think that's what makes me a little different. But I would say some of the folks that I like, I love Mahalia Jackson, just for her soulful sound. So I used to listen to her. My grandma used to play her all the time. Definitely Whitney Houston for sure. Man, I used to sing Whitney. I thought I was Whitney at some point. I thought I was Whitney Houston. I love CeCe Winans as well. Those are some of the folks that I grew up listening to. And then on the countryside, it would be Reba McEntire, because she's a storyteller. I like the way she's very creative in her songwriting. So those are some of the people that I would listen to, when I was really, really young, growing up, daydreaming about, holding a microphone and singing in front of people type of thing. But yeah, just, and obviously the most influential and inspirational to me is the BIBLE. Book, okay.
Come on now.
And the Most High, yeah. So I mean, I just thank him for blessing me to have versatility in my sound style. Like I can sing different types of music, and that's just again because I've listened to different types of folks. So I won't necessarily say I'll pigeonhole myself and say I won't listen to anything that's in the world, because if it's a positive song, I'll listen to it. Obviously, if it's negative stuff, definitely I stay away from all of that. But I do love the arts, and I love creativity. So I try to take a little bit of jazz, you name it. I listen to everything, just because that's just the type of person I am. So that's me in a nutshell.
Lovely.
And my
lovely.
sister Zamira.
Yeah.
You've got you doing the shoulder bop.
Yes. I would have to say my favorite all-time, well, aside from my dad, because he used to sing and he was a DJ in Haiti. So I was definitely very I was around music for a long time. Him just, going to shows, watching his shows, going to shows, singing, and he always had a bunch of records at the house, playing in the house. So just he already had an eclectic sound, being, from Haiti, and then also loving Motown and all different kinds of music, to the point where he was a computer engineer working for a record label. So so he would bring music home that didn't come out yet. And so that was very exciting. So it was always musical in the house. So I would say my dad first, and then Stevie Wonder.
Hey,
That's my all-time favorite. And I think it was Toni Braxton. When I opened up her album, I saw that she did not write a lot of her music. And I was like, oh, other people write music for artists? And that was my first time seeing that, like in elementary. And I was like, well, I want to do that too. I want to write for other artists. And so that's when I got into other songwriters, and I got to really appreciate the artists who wrote their own songs. So Stevie Wonder was my favorite. Anita Baker, that's my favorite.
Keep going.
I would have to say those are my top two, but I love neo soul music, Soul Child, India Arie.
Yes, India Arie. Lauryn Hill.
Yes, a bit of Lauryn.
Yes, a lot of Motown, of course, and a lot of just neo soul R&B for the most part, but yeah, I love country and jazz and all types of music, but I think I'm more inclined to R&B and neo soul and pop and hip hop, of course. So, but yeah, those are my top two: my dad, Stevie, and Anita Baker, top three.
Oh.
Okay, so were you both doing music before you came into the truth? And it was just like, because you just thought, okay, that's going to be my ministry or my gift to edify the body by doing the music. So were you both doing music before you came into the truth?
I would say for me, not professionally, I was doing it. I was singing in choirs. I mean, I started when I was probably like 5 or 6, as far as singing is concerned, but I was so fearful. I'm not even gonna lie, singing in front of people. Most people probably don't even believe that right now, but I would be scared to death to sing in front of people. And my husband literally brought equipment home. I will never forget this. I think it was like 2014, 2015, somewhere around there. And he said, it is time for you to stop sitting on your hands.
Wow.
And I was so scared because he started bringing equipment in. I said, okay, now it's getting real, because he has purchased these things. So I can't and dust them off, like an ornament in the house. So yeah, I mean, before, I got into singing truth music. Yeah, I was in your typical choirs and things of that nature, but so happy that the Most High gave me the courage to step out and to go ahead and fulfill this ministry.
Yeah, praise the Most High.
Absolutely.
All right.
Sister Zamira, how about yourself?
Yes. Say the question again.
I just love her. Isn't she cute, y'all?
What was the question?
So when you do music before?
I was just so into what Lala was saying. Go ahead.
Were you doing music before you came into the truth?
Oh yes. Yeah, I started young, and I think we started doing it professionally. I was in a trio group. It was 2 other girls. We were Bliss, so we were kind of like the singing group of high school. We sang every morning in the intercom to wake everybody up, and our music teachers would book us shows in the community. So we were a thing. We thought we were going to be the next Brownstone, next Destiny's Child. No.
That was my group. Jeez.
Okay.
Yeah, so shout out to Marie and Marielle. They were the ones on there, but we would be in the studios, we would record, we were getting ready to record like an album. And so I've had a lot of experience being in the studio and writing for the group and everything like that. So yeah, and also going in the studio with my dad when he would drop his EP and all that. So yeah, music was my wanting to songwrite for other artists started very young. So that was like my number one. I didn't want to be a doctor. I didn't want to be a lawyer. I wanted to be a songwriter for artists. so that was my thing. Yeah, so I started young, and yeah, I just praise the Most High that he knew what I wanted to do. He knew I wanted to write songs for positivity, not songs to help you shake your butt and get naked and wild out. I wanted to really make music to change my people, change the world, change the people. So I'm just glad that I know that the Israelites are the Most High's world, and so now I can cater the music to them and praise the Most High, and and that's more than I could ever ask for. So I just praise the Most High for that.
Praise the Most High, man. Is it me? You? All right. Okay. I do want to ask, because like we said, you two are like the godmothers of truth music. So you've been in the truth for a long time now. What would you say, or rather, how can I phrase it? Would you say that truth music itself, whether it's the sounds, the quality of videos and what have you, has changed from the time that you stepped into the truth, seeing other artists doing the music and the videos, to what it is now? Would you say that it's been a massive change?
I would say yes, there has been definitely a change from when I first started hearing truth music. I think the quality of the music has gotten better, not necessarily the message, because the message will never change. It's about the Most High. But I think just people's crafts and the effort that they're putting in, people are now starting to step up their game, so to speak, because we've got a wide audience to relate to, and we're competing against the world. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's true. Yeah. And what's catching the world, so I would say we would have to continue to morph and change truth music to relate to this generation, this day and age. So yes, I've seen the changes. I like what I'm seeing so far. Like I said, the quality of the music videos are even getting better. We've got, artists and also videographers now that are in the truth, that are trying to help other Israelite brothers and sisters get their messages across. So definitely I've seen some changes, some very positive changes when it comes to truth music.
Yeah, praise the Most High. And what about you, Zamira?
All praises. I think it's amazing what the Most High is doing with the music industry of Israel. When I first came in, it was like literally a handful of songs that I would have on rotation. And so, and when I first came in, I said, well, I don't want to just jump into the music because I want to know what I'm talking about. If I'm going to talk about the word of the Most High, I want to definitely know his word, get to know his word, fall in love with his laws, do his laws, apply his laws. So it took me about a year to actually write the album for Legendary People. So yeah, I think it's growing I think it's growing. It's a whole lot of artists now. Now I can't even keep up. In the beginning it was a handful. Now I can't keep up. So,
I agree. Absolutely.
Different genres, different styles, different flavors. It's a beautiful, beautiful melting pot of Israel when it comes to the music. So all praises and kudos to all the artists doing it for the Most Highness of people.
Praise the Most High. Praise the Most High. I did want to ask you a question, right? This is I like to ask all artists this kind of questions because it kind of shows. I'm nervous. If that's the word. Is that a word? If that's the word.
That's the word.
Okay, cool. What would you say as an artist is your strengths and your weaknesses as an artist?
Ooh, oh man.
Hard question.
That is a hard question, but you know what? I'm ready. I would say my strengths is my ability to really understand the music and write. I write very, very quick and thorough as far as the messages and using the scriptures. I'm a melodic person, so I can come up with melodies like you wouldn't even believe. Just from sitting here in 2 seconds, I can give you something, you know. I would say my opportunity for me right now is to continue to grow in the business side of it. There's a lot of ducks that I have, you know, and T's I've crossed off, but there's still areas where I feel like I can continue to grow. So that way I'm able to help bring other people along. So that's really what I'm doing right now, is just trying to hone in on the music side of it, on the business side of it, excuse me, and just really being able to align and acclimate myself to that. So like I said, I can help be that big sister to the up and coming as they want to get started in the industry.
Yes. Nice. Fantastic. All right, Sister Mira, what would you say as an artist is your strengths and your weaknesses?
My strength is definitely the gift itself from the Most High. A lot of times I'll just listen to the music after my Lord and I finish it, and I'm just like, wow, you know, that was nothing but the Most High, because while you're in it, while you're in the spirit writing and creating, it's like, you know, that it's the Most High just downloading, you know, all these melodies and lyrics, you know. And a lot of times we'll use the scripture to make sure that the music is, you know, scripturally okay. So scripturally sound, like my Lord said. So yeah, definitely, I would say that's the strength that I don't really have to do too much for, because Most High again gave me the talent. So
that's it. Praise the Most High.
Yes, hallelujah. Yeah, and my weakness, I would have to say also, is the business side, because I'm very hard on myself when it comes to the business side, because I really feel like I should be doing greater things when it comes to the business side, really putting, you know, the weight on my shoulder as far as making sure that the music is spread on the masses, you know, and that the most people that we could reach, the better, you know, because we're not going nowhere. Kingdom come is not coming anytime soon until we put forth the efforts to bring in those souls and share the word. And so, you know, I think I'm hard on myself on that part, because I know it's so much we can do on the business side. If a lot more of our Israelite artists are more keen to that side, and you know, just come together, because I have to say, Lala Music is the very first Israelite artist I've ever worked with that had everything structurally and legally together. Whereas I can take this song and just put it anywhere, because everything, the metadata, the codes needed for the song to put it to movies, TVs, and all that is there. So I can just do it with ease. So I just, you know, praise my sister Lala for that. Keep doing what you're doing.
And it's a struggle.
It's
a struggle, but I'm there.
So I definitely encourage, you know, Israelite artists first and foremost, because I'm definitely an advocate for independent artists, but first and foremost, Israelite artists, to really get your business side together, because that's the talent is the easy part. Most High gave us that. We can't even take credit for that. But the effort that we put in on the business side, that's when it's like, okay, when the Most High says, okay, did you multiply my talent? That's where it comes in. You know, so I just encourage the brethren in the music industry of Israel to really take heed to the music business. And if you want, you know, some tips on Facebook, Hit Music, I have a group where I literally share the step-by-step on how to get your music out professionally and strategically. So all praise to them.
We'll definitely get that link. We'll put that link.
We'll put that link phenomenal. I'm definitely on there.
People charge, yes, Lala's there, and people charge for this stuff, you know, but hey, if more of us know, especially in the nation of Israel, it's wonders what we can do with this knowledge, you know. And it's not about vainglory, it's not about getting rich, it's about using the world's you know, that scripture. What's that scripture, y'all? Use the word without abusing it. You know, they have all this knowledge put forth and just readily, you know, out there. And I've taken all the time in the world to compile it in this group. So, you know, people charge for it. I'm not charging for it. So just come on in. And if I take too long to accept you, just DM me and I'll accept you.
Oh, praise the Most High. All right, so let's get to it. Okay, firstly, I wanted to ask you, Lala Music. The Awakening album. What was like your whole process? Obviously, I'm getting now pretty much an overall insight as the kind of creative that you are. Yeah. So what was the process like creating such a great album, The Awakening?
Yeah, so it took me a good year to write that album. I wanted to create something that was going to resonate with people. It was also a personal testimony for myself, learning about the Most High, learning about his name and just, different things. So I felt like I was in the truth, but I wasn't all the way in the truth. And I felt like that time that I woke up in that process is when I was writing The Awakening, And so for me, it was literally just sitting down. I grabbed the word and I said, okay, Most High, tell me what you want me to talk about this time. And literally I start flipping pages and then I find a topic. And to Zamira's point, it's like the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh just takes you and gets you, where you need to be as far as, concepts and things of that nature. And so for me, I'm very purposeful in how I write. Even when you look at my song titles and how I order them, they tell a story. If people don't know that, now you know. But
now you know.
If you look at Set Apart, you look at The Awakening and kind of how everything starts and ends. I'm always telling a story, even with my song titles and how I place them. So those are just the little things that I do. And again, it comes from just my own personal experiences. And then, like I said, with The Awakening, it was really about showing people that it's okay to be a Hebrew Israelite. It's all right. We don't have to be afraid or ashamed of, saying his name or wearing our fringes or whatever the case may be, our head wraps. We are a special people, and it's time for us to wake up and receive what it is the Most High has given us freely. We're just earning it and working our way back to where we were in the beginning. So that's where The Awakening came from.
Wow, that is beautiful. You and I've noticed as well, you've got the two main videos that I've come across is He's My Rock.
He's my rock, he's my shield, and I won't be moved. Glory to Yah, he'll take care of my enemies soon.
Yes.
And also Warrior.
Yes.
I'm a warrior. I am a warrior. I'm a warrior. We'll be victorious. I'm a warrior. I am a warrior.
And there's a lot of views. On these, like a whole lot of views. I'm like, wow. There's no excuses for artists in truth music to not get this work in. Yeah. The same way we're, working hard in the world, the same way we can do this more, 10 times, 100 times more in the truth. So it's shown. That's why I like to call you guys the godmother of truth.
Showing the path.
Honestly, because your work rate alone, without even listening to your music, shows the anointing that is on you, that you're in this. Like Thank you're about the Most High's work. Point.
Yes. I told Zamira, I tell this to a lot of people. I said, I will stop when the Most High Yah close my eyes.
Come on. Come on now.
I'm gonna keep pushing. I gotta keep pushing. I'm trying to receive the reward that you can't see yet.
one other thing as well. I'm gonna need you to teach me and Sister Shah how you do your head wraps, because
I got you. No worries.
I had a head start on my head, and literally 5 minutes it was like all there. I said, how? they just don't stay on my head.
I got you.
I don't understand. So when you're ready to do your tutorials,
please, thank you. Please don't thank you on the bar. Thank you. Zamira. Now, I'm gonna tell you from now, Legendary People, that's my album, girl. Okay, that's my album. Okay, I have to just pull it out there. That there is my album. And obviously there's Legendary People, and then you also got True Love Changes.
Yes.
Two very different albums. Clearly, it was two different routes that you took to the songwriting for both albums. What would you say is your baby? What's your baby album? Legendary People,
Of course,
Or,
Legendary People is
yeah,
the first, is the debut,
yeah.
the first project that the Most High blessed us with. So yeah, that's the baby.
How was
All of them are the babies, but that's the baby.
how was the process for how was the process for you for Legendary People when you was creating that album?
The process, oh, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I have to say, I don't remember how long it took me to write the music, but it's 3 different producers on there, including my Lord. So, my Lord, actually, the very first song I wrote in the truth was Israel.
Israel,
So my Lord sent me the track. This is when I was asking him questions about the scriptures and letting him know that I do music. I've done it in the world and all that. And he was like, "Oh, I do music too." And then he sent me his SoundCloud, and that track of Israel was my
That's like the
one.
anthem. It's like the Israelites. It's crazy.
Do you know what? Do you know what's boggling my mind right now? Sister Zamira's voice sounds so like when she's talking.
Yeah.
When you're talking now, sis, your voice sounds so gentle and soft. And then you come in like tribulation is guaranteed. You better have somebody.
tribulation is guaranteed. You better ask somebody. No justice, no peace. Ask somebody.
That is my jam. That is my jam. You just sang my favorite song.
I'm looking at you. I'm not understanding this.
That is so funny. And you know what? You're not the first person to tell me that. Shout out to Sister Mayshar. I remember she told me that too. Like, you have this voice. I know this is, Lil Kim is, she doesn't present the Daughters of Zion well, but Little Kim is like that too. She has this small voice.
She got that meek, like voice like Michael Jackson and all of that.
I don't know what it is. All praise to the Most High. But yeah, Legendary People was a beautiful experience, and it's always going to be a staple in me and my Lord's life and the nation's life. So we're blessed that it was received well. And True Love Changes, I try to write also where I am in my walk. So True Love Changes was just something I had to get off my chest. It's a double disc album. Really, it's 2 albums, but it's 24 songs. And I think, how long did it take for us to finish that? 2 months. 2 months.
Oh, you in beast mode.
You must have lived in the studio. You lived there.
We have a home studio. That's there, but I think it was we wanted to get it to the people because I think we took 4 years to get another album out. So we wanted to get it to the people before the Passover came. So I think it was April we dropped True Love Changes, but it was 24 songs written and produced by my Lord and other producers as well.
Can you tell my brother just to come on camera for a second, just so I can give him a big up? Where he at? Yes, my brother.
Yes, bro.
Yes.
He's like, yes. The dream work.
Bro, you are amazing.
You're doing the work.
I said earlier, I feel like I know you just by watching my sister
Yeah.
How was it for you? Because clearly you lot have this creative flow together.
Well, the flow is me staying out her way. So, for example, I respect the creativity. So when she needs her space, I disappear. As a husband, I might come be like, "Yo, why is this?" And then I see her sitting there writing and doing something, and I'm like, "Let me leave it alone." That's how it was for a while, and then we were transitioning between Austin and San Antonio. We were waiting for a place to open up down here that we were looking at. And so a friend of ours who was a blind music engineer, actually, he was like, "Hey, come stay with me." Because he's blind, so we were helping him already. We were at his house a lot, helping him with the food and things like that. And And then me and him gelled because of the music, and I was learning from him a lot, and he was telling me a lot of things. And so when we stayed with him, we literally turned one of his rooms into a studio. I mean, he told us to do it. He was like, turn it into a studio. Set up. Yeah, he's the flute and music producer for the group Surface from back in the early 90s. He has this infamous melody that goes dun, 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 dun. Only you can make me happy. You know that song?
All right, Bezalel, I heard the word.
I mean, but by that time, Zamira had the whole album was already written, and she had it for a while. It was just that we didn't really get a chance to sit down and actually hammer it out. And so due date on it, we were like, all right, let's see if we could do it. And with the collaboration of the brother Pig and the other two producers we were working with, and then Gene Lake, Maxwell. So we had Gene Lake's worked with Maxwell. So Pig hooked us up with his homeboy, who was a Grammy nominated music producer, also an engineer. He wound up engineering mixing what was it, Rule Over Me.
That's one of them. He did.
He mixed down Rule Over Me. And then I was mixing as well. I was getting my crash course in mixing from Pick, and he was training me and all that. And then the result was True Love Changes. And that's
wow.
Yeah, we literally, and Zamira was a beast. I mean, she was really,
Lala Music just said that it's like beast mode.
songs a day, and she was on a juice fast. She was just
wow.
running. I was trying to keep up. You know? And I remember what was it? We were clashing a lot, Abraham and Sarah.
I know.
And so I waited for her to leave one day. So she was gone the whole day. You and Pick had to go do something. I was out together, and I mixed the track by myself. I was taking everything I learned, and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna knock this out, and I did it. And then when it came back, I had this smile on my face, and I hit the and they both were listening, and I saw their heads nodding, and Pick was like, oh. And so that was kind of like my little stamp of approval. And then
oh, bless you. Praise the Most High, man. Oh, bless you, bro. You're putting in the works.
Yes.
That's the main thing. You're putting in the works.
Absolutely.
It's a great dynamic that the both of you have. So please keep it up. Please.
Well, hey, look, I learned this stuff for her, believe it or not. I'm an artist. I'm a graffiti artist at heart. And I work in the fashion industry. So, you know, me and music have had this weird relationship because I've always found myself around recording artists and major labels and stuff in New York, but I never pictured myself actually doing the music, you know. Once I married my wife and I saw she had a need, and then people started trying to make us beg, that's when I was like, that. Excuse my language. Beg nobody for a beat. I ain't gonna beg nobody for no mix down.
That's right.
I'm not gonna chase you for nothing.
That's right.
You learned it, I can learn it. You know?
Yeah. Me
and his image. So if you could do it, I could do it. And that's how we got to where we are. You know, is us in-house. Every photo, every graphic, every mix down, every is us.
Oh, praise the Most High, man.
Beautiful.
Oh, bless you, bro.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So now we're about to talk about Sistar.
Yay!
On cue.
On cue.
Now, am I correct in saying Sistar Zamira, is this something that you created?
Yes, my Lord made the beautiful track.
Cool.
Yeah, he made a beautiful track. And when he sent it to me, I heard it, and all I felt like was just being inspired. It just was a very inspirational track. And so, you know, I just want to talk about the sisters for this one. So I wrote my thing to it, and the only person I had in mind for the song was my sister, Lala Music, to be the collaborator on this song. So all praise to the Most High. You know, I really, her work ethic inspires me, and game recognized game. So I'm like, she's doing it, I'm doing it. We got to do this together. Oh yeah, that's what happened. My Lord did the track. I wrote to it, and then I sent Lala to finish writing it, and she was down, and I'm just really blessed that she's on it, because she's just an amazing sister.
Oh, bless you. And you know what? It's really good, because the feedback that you guys are getting already, and this is about the song actually being formally released, the feedback's been amazing. I'm seeing the testimonies from different sisters on your social medias. Like, it's such a great thing, because this is exactly what we need.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sisterhood is it's a serious thing, sisterhood, because a lot of the times it's hard to build that sisterhood, because everyone's coming into the truth with different things that they've been dealing with, and sometimes it's hard to embrace other sisters wherever you're placed in this world. So it's a good thing. This is definitely going to be something that can help to bring more sisters together. But how's it been for you guys, just with the feedback that you've got already without the song even being released?
It's been great. I know I've received personal text messages. I shared one with Zamira, but I've got two that I want to quickly call out. One of my colleagues, or a friend of mine, she just found out that she has breast cancer.
Oh, wow.
And so when I sent her the song information, she said, "You just made my day. You didn't even know that this was happening right now." And I'm just so thankful, that now I've got something I can listen to as I'm starting to try to recover. So, I just thank the Most High that He's given us these opportunities. I had another sister who had messaged me, and she said, "You know what? The music has inspired me." She said, "Me and my daughter, we were in a very abusive situation. And, they were able to get out of that situation." And she said, "This song is, just hearing the snippets has really, given her some hope, that there are relationships, that love can exist amongst the brethren and the sisters." So, those types of things will literally bring tears to my eyes, because it shows how powerful these types of messages can be. To people of all nations, because this is not just Israelites that are sending me these messages. These are folks that are not even in the truth as well, that are reaching out.
Wow. And what for you, Sister Zamira?
That's amazing testimonies. Yes, brothers and sisters, bro stars and sisters. Yes. I've been messaging us as well. Just encouraging us, because even though we may look strong on that outward, sometimes we get weak too. And sometimes we feel like, it's a lot on our shoulders. So we appreciate the little messages we get when brethren is like, we see you doing, another song. We're going to support it. We're with you. We see the vision. That encourages us to keep going, And so, just praise the Most High for all the good encouragement and the people that see the vision and want to be one with it, and build that unity, not just with the Sistars, but also with the bro stars as well. But the song is called Sistars.
So Toby, what is the goal? What is your goal for Sistar? Let the people know.
Yes, the goal is we have 2 calls of action. And we have 1 piece of merch, and we have a first-time performance for Sistar at the Brew Year Bash as well in April. So it's a lot of beautiful things Most High is lining up for us for this song. It's also the World's Women's History Month, so it's just Most High's perfect timing. I didn't even know it was going to be March when we dropped it, in Women's Month. So it's a beautiful situation. And so the 2 calls to action is, of course, to pre-order no more than 4, so that we can get number 1 on the Billboard music charts. So that, because everyone remembers number 1, and number 2, sometimes they only remember themselves. That's like a saying in the world, but but number 1, but number 1 is important in this world. It's a numbers game in this world. So a lot of our people, a lot of Israel, first and foremost, because that's our audience first and foremost, but they're going to see, oh, this person was number one. Who is this person getting the number one spot? And then that brings more eyes, more souls to the song. And they're like, oh, they're talking about something different that we don't hear on the radio all the time. And then they get to see our ministry, and then they get to see the Most High through the light we're shining. And so that's really the ultimate purpose of getting on the Billboard and being number one. We cannot settle for anything else. Being number one. And because we are the chosen people, and we have to act like it. We really have to come together and act like it. So, we really appreciate the 120 plus. We haven't looked at the numbers yet, but 120 plus have come already for the orders. So we appreciate everyone who has been purchasing no more than 4, because if you purchase more than 4, Billboard is not going to count it at all. So yeah. So all praise to the Most High. The goal is 1,000 though, because that should definitely help us get to number 1,000 units sold. So that's the first call to action. And the second call to action, Sis Lala, you want to explain it?
Sure. Yeah. So the second call to action is we are encouraging Sistars to share a 30-second video testimonial of another sister, that was kind or did something for them in the fruits of the Spirit. We're trying to encourage our sisterhood, and just us being positive. And hopefully some of these videos will be utilized for a project that we'll be working on with the music video. So again, sisters, we are encouraging you to just take 30 seconds to shout out that sister, because we want everyone to shine bright, and so it's important for us to be able to acknowledge and uplift our sisters as we are in this day-to-day world and doing the things that we sometimes people don't acknowledge us for, but obviously we know the Most High sees it. But it's always great to have a sister that inspires and motivates you to keep pushing.
Yes, absolutely. Wow, guys, honestly, I just love you two. You two are great.
No, do you know what? It's really nice to see that not only do you have the passion for the Most High, but you've got the passion for the music and the way you're trying to drive it forward. It's just it's so great.
It's inspiring.
It's very, very inspiring.
And this is what we need. Like, we need more people doing truth music, not just because this is the thing as well. When I came into the truth and hearing music, it was like Zamira said, it's a handful of songs that you would listen to on a repeat. But what it is as well is the quality of music. It's not just going to the studio, have an idea, and then you just lay your track down and that's it. No, you've got to really have the passion for it. Like, you really have to put the work in, because this is the Most High's work. When we're in the world, we was putting it down. Okay. We was putting it down like 110%. So what more for the Most High? And I see that in both you sisters. So please continue. I'm begging you. Don't stop the work.
We need it.
We love y'all too. We love y'all too.
Yes, definitely.
So this quick part, right? I want to do this because I thought, we need to mix it up a little bit, not just talking about music. Have a little bit of fun, all right, before I let you both go. So first and foremost, okay, so what do we even call this segment? Fun and games.
Fun and games.
All right, so that's what we call it for now. All right, so I'll start with you, Lala Music. If you could be an animal or creature for one day, what would it be and why?
Ooh, oh my gosh, that's a good one. I would have to say a giraffe, because I am so short. I want to get the bird's eye view of the world, okay?
I'll finish me today.
It's hard sometimes being 5'3". It's hard sometimes being 5'3", but I would say a giraffe. I think those are some beautiful animals. I love how they, just super peaceful. They're not really aggressive. They just kind of go with the flow. And that's me, I'm a go with the flow type of girl. I like to kind of see everything 50-foot view, as far as thinking strategically and how I do things. And so I would kind of relate myself to a giraffe. Yes, I said it.
Yes, she said it. All right, Zamira girl.
Giraffes are pretty. I love them.
They are.
The little eyelashes. I love it.
I know.
But I know that was a good question. I never thought about that one. So I'm gonna just go with a dove because that's the Most High's favorite.
All right.
That's all.
Yeah. Short and sweet. I like that.
Okay.
You go.
Okay, so my sisters, if you weren't in the truth and a musician, what would you be doing now, do you think?
Ooh. Let's talk about that. That's a good. So let me clarify. You're saying if we were not doing music and we were
not
not
doing music, what do you think you'd be doing now?
I would definitely be helping people. For those that don't know, I got a degree in psychology, so I would probably be doing something. Yes, I would be doing something in that arena.
Okay, cool. Okay. All right, Zamira girl.
That's so cool, Lala, because I went to college for psychology too.
Oh, yeah, that's why we gelling. That's why we gel. That's it. Right there.
But yeah, I used to want to be a marriage counselor, so that was why I went. So yeah, it would probably be like a marriage family counselor.
Nice, nice. Okay, what is the weirdest or funniest question you have ever received in your DMs?
Ooh, gosh, let me think. Oh, that someone told me that they had land for me in Africa. I'm like, I don't even know you. No lie. I was like, okay, well, you keep holding that. For a rainy day, hold that.
Okay. And they expect you to just move there.
It's like, hey, come on down. I'm like, I don't know you.
I'm crying. Man. Oh, my days, I'm crying.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Zamira.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yes, very.
I can't really pinpoint, but the one that comes top to mind is people asking for a feature, but their style is totally like different from mine, or like for instance, there was one person that had like a gothic kind of feel, and I was just like, oh man, thank you for asking. But I don't think what I do aligns with what you do, and but I appreciate you asking though.
Oh gosh,
look, she's sweet as a dove. And
all the genres as well. All the genres.
Gothic,
Yeah.
No, actually, I think he was Israel, but it was like it was like a dark, like, what do you call that genre? Like not punk rock, but they have the black nails and they have
heavy metal.
So so I just kind of
Israel don't do those kind of music. Not heavy metal.
Yeah, no, but I love the brother, and he understood, and I appreciate artists who understand.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, thank you.
You said that so humbly. I appreciate artists to understand that I'm going to tell them no.
Exactly.
Yeah, just.
So, sisters, what hobbies do you have outside of music? What else do you like to do? Just with your time.
Yeah. So for me, I thoroughly enjoy running. I'm an avid runner. I run lots of miles. Typically, I will run about 100 miles a month.
Wow.
From like mid-March to about November, I get it in. I call it running with the Ruach.
I like that.
That's where I get a lot of my song ideas too. Oh yeah, running with the Ruach. That's where I get a lot of my song ideas. And then I also like to sew. So those are some things that I do.
Lovely.
Nice. Lovely. Okay. All right. Zamira, what's your hobbies?
Oh, praises. I like to cook. I like to clean. I like to bake. And one of my favorite things to do is being hospitable with my Lord, because we, even before I met him, I always wanted my friends to come over and sleep over. And so So when I came in the truth, and my Lord, he's just the same way on another level times 10. And we're always having guests at our house, sleeping over. So that's something we love to do. And of course, scripture say not to let anybody in your house, but so we know the person and we let them in, and we try to be as hospitable as possible. We love community and family, my Lord said. So that's one of my most favorite hobbies to do. Let people in the house.
Nice. All right.
She's being modest about her baking skills, y'all. Like, I literally was salivating at that bread she had made, and she made a little video for it, and I called it brew bread. That's what I called it.
Brew bread. Okay, so when we go to America, we know where we're going to. Okay,
yeah, Zamira's she definitely got the baking skills down.
Oh, crazy. Y'all are definitely welcome. We love you, girls.
Yes. Bless you, sis. All right, so I'm gonna call this the old school fire round. Okay, so I'm gonna say two artists, and you just have to say whichever favorite one or whatever your mood would be. If, let's say, an album was in front of you, which album would you want to play? All right. So
wait, say that again. Say it again.
So this is what I call the old school fire round. So I'm gonna say two artists, and you just say whichever artist you prefer.
Oh, okay.
All right. All right. So I'll start with you, Lala. Brandy or Leah?
Ooh, Brandy, because you know she got that soulful. Oh.
All right, Zamira. Mary J. Blige or Lauryn Hill?
Oh my gosh.
That's a hard one.
Oh, I'm gonna do Lauryn because she speaks that truth.
That's right.
I love Mary. I like when Mary dance and stuff.
Oh, mate. All right, Lala, Biggie or Tupac?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go ahead and go East Coast Biggie. I gotta go with one. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. One More Chance had me. I thought I was something back in the day. I was singing the background vocals. He didn't even know I was on the track.
All right, Zamira, Beyonce or Kelly Rowland?
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to go with B because her work ethic is crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
Not that Kelly doesn't have work ethic because she does the acting and everything, but B, I'm gonna go with B.
Okay. All right. Lala, I'm gonna trip you up with this one. Kanye West or Ye?
Ooh, that's hard. Aren't they the same?
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, ooh, that's a hard one. I'm gonna have to go with Kanye because I watched his documentary, and that brother, he went through some things. He went through a lot of things. So I'm gonna have to go with the Kanye, not the Ye.
Yes, I agree. All right, Zamira, Whitney or Aretha?
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go Aretha because she paved the way for Whitney.
Okay.
That's right.
All right, Lala, Timbaland or Pharrell?
Ooh, gosh, that's hard. Come on now, that's not even fair. I'm gonna have to go with Pharrell because he sings too. And I like him being a producer and also being able to shine his vocals.
That's right. All right, I hear you. Okay, Zamira, Jennifer Hudson or Fantasia?
Ooh. Oh my goodness. I actually went to a Fantasia concert, so I'm her fan for life. Fantasia. Yes. She puts fire on that stage, so I love it.
All right, this last one I put to both of you. Busta Rhymes or Jay-Z?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, let me think. I'm gonna go with Busta Rhymes because of his energy. I feel like he draws people in. He draws me in, so I'm shooting for Busta Rhymes.
I'm gonna do my lawyer used to work for Busta Rhymes' team, but I'm gonna go with Jay-Z because he does a lot of stuff in the background and he also paves the way for other artists.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay, so what we're going to do now, sisters, is that I'm going to give you a word and I want for you to sing me a song that has that word in it.
Oh man, it's getting real. Look, where's my tea? Where my tea and my honey at?
Oh, I'm going to start with you.
Water up in here.
Are you ready? Game, set, match. Okay, so Sister Lala, you've got 10 seconds. So, world, WORLD, world.
I'm in the world, but not in the world. Yeah. I'm in the world, but not in the world. Yeah.
Okay, girl. Okay, Zamira, love. Love. Love.
Israel, I love you.
Hey.
Okay, Sister Lala, joy. Joy. Joy.
Oh, that's easy. I've got this joy in my heart and I'm gonna let it show. Yah's given me a king and I will let the world know. Hey.
Yes.
Girl.
That's on the album. That's on the album.
Okay, my sister Zamira. Fire. Fire. Fire.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. 10 seconds. Sing. Christ in the
Time is
I lost
Okay.
it.
Sister Lala, spirit. Spirit. Spirit.
Ooh, okay, let's see here.
I got the spirit of the Most High. Can you feel it? I'm on fire. Said I got the spirit of the Most High. Can you see it? I'm on fire. Yeah.
Come on now.
Oh, whoa.
Okay, my sister Zamira. Again. Again. Again.
Oh man. I'm so bad at this. Oh my goodness.
You got it, sis. Whatever comes off the top of your head, just go.
Oh, it don't have to be a song out.
No, I've been making up songs. I've been making it up.
You been making it up.
Yeah.
Well, here we go again. Here we go again. Do a song for the Most High. Here we go again.
All right. There we go.
Okay.
Come on.
Lala, lost. Lost. Lost.
Ooh, okay, let me see. Lost.
I was lost, but now I'm found. Got my feet on solid ground. I was lost, but now I'm found. Got my feet on solid ground. Hey.
Okay.
Did the Harlem Shake out here.
This is Zamira. All. A-L-L. All. A-L-L.
All of me loves all of you.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's John Legend.
Come on, girl. Come on now.
Okay, Sister Lala. We've got two more. We've got natural. N-A-T-U-R-A-L. Natural.
Ooh, oh man, let me see here.
I am a natural she-brew. And everything I do, I'm a natural.
Yeah.
I'm a natural she-brew. And everything I do, I'm a natural.
Jeez. Okay,
girl.
and last one to you, my sister Zamira. Lord. L-O-R-D. Lord.
You know you don't want to have an honor, give you much honor. Shoot. You're my Lord, there's a lead.
Hey.
I love you to the end. We gonna see this kingdom, yeah.
Get it, girl. She
I was
put that
really-
steak on the end. Did y'all see
Come on
that?
now. Come on, girl.
Put that steak
Come
on
on now.
the end on that, yeah. Go ahead, sis.
That was fantastic, my sisters.
That is the end.
Y'all got me sweating bullets. That was so much
amazing.
fun.
Oh man.
That was fun.
So my sisters, to wrap this beautiful interview up here on Truth Music Radio, the Psalms Hub, what is in the pipeline for the both of you? What is in the pipeline? What have we got to look forward to?
Well,
Do you want to start, Zamira?
yes, my Lord and I, we are working on an album. So definitely stay tuned. Subscribe to my mailing list at zamiraisrael.com.
Oh, we can't wait.
And
awesome. And for myself, I just finished a collaboration with You're My Yah. Please say the Yah. It's called When We Are Together. So that's a unity song. Obviously, the collaboration with my beautiful Sistar, Zamira. I've got a single that I'll be working on featuring the Multitude of Christ Ministries. So that'll be released right before Passover. So I'm really excited about that. And then obviously the Brew Year Bash, I'll be headlining that concert on April the 2nd. Yay, I'm so excited about that. And then I've got another concert in June that'll be here in Dallas that I will be partaking in. So definitely, yes, subscribe to my mailing list, my social media platforms. It's LALAMUSIQ. So that way you can stay up to date with everything going, with me as an artist.
Lovely. Yay! Can't wait.
Yes, and of course.
And obviously The Awakening is out right now. It's my new album that just dropped. So I've got two more music videos that I'm dropping for that. I've got one shoot next week, and then I'll have another one in June. So that'll wrap up The Awakening.
Yeah.
And pre-order Sistar. Pre-order.
Oh yes, please pre-order. Please pre-order.
No more than 4, please. Thank you.
Yeah. No more than 4 per person, guys. No more than 4 per person, please.
You can buy as many as you'd like, but just 4 on a card. No more than 4 on a card.
There you go. Perfect. Wonderful. Sistars,
thank you so
you have
much.
been stars. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Praise the Most High.
This has been a beautiful start to the Psalms Hub on Truth Music Radio.
Thank you so
we
much.
We appreciate you both. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Yes. This is not the last time either. It's not the first or last. You will be back.
Absolutely.
All right.
You'll be back.